God, we're actually back. Good afternoon. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast, season 2, episode 1.
Yes.
My name is Carlos, alongside with
Rod
and
Omar.
And I forgot how it goes.
We're talking tech news with pop
culture and random rants in between.
Look what you remember.
I just needed a friendly reminder.
There you go.
Okay, so I think we need to do. Oh, you might hear some background noise because we do have to talk about as to what happened in between the last episode to now, to fill in the gaps as to what happened. One of them is that this gentleman here became a dad.
Yeah, earlier than anticipated.
Exactly, that's the other one.
Like 2 months earlier.
Yeah, it was like surprise.
Yeah.
It was like, I know what you had planned. Screw you, we're doing this now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and he's actually here right now with his lovely wife. So it's very entertaining. If you hear some cries in between, you know exactly what happens.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry
It's not
about
Carlos this time, it's the baby.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. There's
All
gonna be no crying from me this time.
Yeah, so it's been like forever, guys.
It's been
The whole quarter.
I felt like we missed so much. Miss I.O.
Dude, we miss so much.
Miss
You guys missed Game of Thrones? That's important.
No,
yeah.
You know what though? Everybody is telling me like.
Who's everybody? Me and Rod?
No, not you.
Not me.
Actually, funny part, not even remotely you.
Say no about Game of
like
Thrones.
everyone who keeps on talking to me about Game of Thrones is like, you understand like how everyone hypes something up so much. Game of Thrones is one that is hyped perfectly. It really is as good as people say. I don't know.
Debatable.
Huh?
I agree, but
Have you
I
seen
know.
some?
No, I agree. I agree with you I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Except.
But you're not gonna what? You said sad.
Except.
But you're not gonna find everybody that agrees with that statement, believe it or not.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find people who disagree with that.
I
Anybody who doesn't.
guarantee you they're out there. There are people out there like, yeah, I tried to watch it, couldn't get into it, don't really care.
So anybody
They
who
exist.
so
Well, I mean, most of them are probably like, they're not watching the show because they have political reasons. Like, they don't want dragons to get harmed, or they don't like midgets being made fun of, and stuff like that. So, I mean, politically aside.
Peter
if you
is
put those
against Game
people
of Thrones.
aside, yeah.
Peter's
I'm
against Game
sure,
of Thrones.
I'm sure you'll find people with logical mind things. Because
So
you're
all
gonna
the-
have your extremists out there.
So the
right?
anti-dragon coalition is definitely against it.
Anti-dragon, anti-nude scenes, you know.
So Dragonheart isn't watching it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's my uncle, you ass.
That was my uncle. How dare you? No.
The Sean Connery voice. Come on, guys. What's the
Hold on, wait. For the record.
your record or mine?
No. You're right. Sean Connery, Dragonheart. He really was the man of doubt. That was the perfect voice for a damn dragon.
I guess.
No.
That's like really like the one and only time he really did something like that, though.
Yeah, and it was a perfect voice for him. I was like, yo, that's it. Him and Smog. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
He actually did a lot more than.
Yeah, he did full motion capture.
Yeah, he did for
Yeah.
like.
Did you see the video
See,
for
Sean
it?
Connery just showed up to the studio and did his line.
Yeah.
You got Cumberbatch like
Yeah,
walking around the
Yo,
ground.
did you see it? It
with
was
green screen.
so good.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
I
I
knew
keep
that.
in mind, motion capture wasn't around the days of Dragonheart.
But
sure.
what do
Well, at
you
least not
think-
to that
you
level.
think at that age Sean Connery would be
He
like,
wasn't doing
like,
it.
No,
give
he
me
still
a
wasn't
younger
doing
guy
it.
to do this.
Yeah,
No, wait. Wasn't that the same era when Sean Connery was with Catherine Zeta-Jones in that movie?
Wow.
And he just stood there just looking at him.
And
You
speaking
know what I'm
of,
talking about?
and speaking of stunts, Tom Cruise, you need to stop. You need to stay right now.
Oh,
Like,
you know
stop.
what?
Just-
Hold up.
just
There you
stop.
go.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like, you need to stop. You can stop making movies. Stop doing your own stuff.
I don't know about making movies.
Come
but,
on.
okay, so
Stop
if
right
somebody.
I'll give them that. Mission Impossible started off terrible.
Yeah,
but they've
okay.
gotten better as they've gone on.
Yeah,
You know
see-
what? I don't think so.
Really?
Nah, I don't think the
I like
last two were
Smoke
that
Nation.
good.
They were
You
better
know,
than
I like Smoke
the
Nation.
previous two before that were terrible.
Well, you think about 3 and 4, or 4, 2 and 4,
Two and
whatever.
three,
whatever.
three was trash.
They were trash. Like after 1, okay, 2 was like,
No,
and
one
then
was
I was
trash.
like,
Wait.
They killed Emilio Estevez in the
Yeah.
elevator.
Wait, real
I know.
quick. Yeah, they.
That was the last time we seen him.
Emilio!
He's
Yo,
like,
it-
are you still alive or did you really die? in the
No,
elevator?"
but before anybody starts trying to figure out what the hell we're talking about,
Emilio Estevez.
earlier,
Mighty
no,
Ducks guy.
not even that. Earlier this week, Tom.
yeah.
I was about to say Tom Hanks. Tom
God, no,
Cruise,
he can keep
who
making
is
movies.
the
Don't
master
do that.
of his own stunts, says, "I will do every stunt my own damn self."
Technically, that's Jackie Chan.
It
but
where
I
it
don't
was.
wanna
That-
push
well,
that. I don't
we'll
wanna push that
wait. We'll
topic.
bring that one in. We'll bring him in a
Different
minute.
day, different.
So Tom Cruise decided to do one of his many stunts on his own, and he decided to jump off a building. He missed, and he basically body slammed the building with his body. You saw it? He literally he tried to jump to the ledge, and he missed. So it's like he grabbed onto the ledge like this, but he went with so much force, his whole body went right onto the building. So he busted his ribs, knees, everything. So he gets up. Him being the camera guy was hilarious. He gets up on the ledge. You can tell he's limping in pain. He stops right in front of the camera guys, and the camera guys are what?
They're just watching the camera, make sure it's all good.
That's why.
Testing the pan itself, making sure nothing's damaged on the camera. You know, their job is the camera. Their job is not Tom Cruise.
If you look at the video,
that's the producer's job.
yeah. If you look at the video, that's exactly what happened. He
Camera's
literally,
like, you better
yo, camera guy.
Touch my lens.
No, camera guy looked up once. Give him credit. He did look up.
Because he thought he was going to reach for the lens.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
You see the camera guy like this. He gets up. He's like, all right, he's not gonna do nothing. And he keeps on working. Yo, Tom
That's
Cruise.
dedication to
Yeah,
the camera
Tom
guy.
Cruise
I actually
needed
get
to
looking
jump
out.
off the building again and go back to the starting point to finally get help. If you haven't seen it, look at the video. It's hilarious because you see him jump, get hurt, crawl over to the camera guy. Camera guy says, "Go screw yourself." Tom Cruise limps back, jumps the building again to the starting point, and then the producers and whoever's over there decides to help him.
We need a crash cart ASAP.
It was bad. It was yeah.
And then hasn't production been halted because of that?
I don't think so.
I think I read something today where production
Yeah?
was kind of, not halted, but kind of like on pause for a little bit.
Slow down, man.
No, I think the Deadpool 2 one was halted.
Oh, yes, maybe.
That's a different one. That's a trash.
Wait, let me check up on the Tom Cruise thing. Talk about the
You know
Deadpool 2
Deadpool
thing.
So during Deadpool 2, stunt woman, motorcycle stunt woman actually lost control of the motorcycle, ended up crashing right through the window of one of the buildings they were shooting outside of, and dying. Yeah, it's a tragic story. It came out at the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
Because it was shot in British Columbia, obviously they did a full investigation, and as we're learning, she actually did the stunt perfectly fine the day before 5 times, and then that morning like 4 more times. Like she nailed it 4 or 5 times before that. At slow speeds, medium speeds, she did what most of people do. They build up to the full impact of the actual crash. And somewhere along the line when they were shooting, or it might have been still a rehearsal, she lost control, almost hit 2 pedestrian actors, and ended up crashing.
Right.
This is what the Stoneman's first feature film. She was actually very excited about it because she finally got cast in a big role as a big stunt.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was actually a motorcycle.
She's like, she
Uh,
did
racer.
a lot
Yeah,
of
okay.
like,
For like
See-
years,
see,
4 years. She was
Because my understanding is she did 3 practice runs, aced them all, and then they said, okay, let's film. And on the first take of the film is when she lost control.
So
Which
she
sucks.
had done previous practices prior to the day before. She did
Yeah.
about 5.
Okay, so she actually had some
So
runs.
she
Yeah,
had some.
she did a
runs.
lot of accolades in her
Yeah.
career to get up to this point.
To get to, that's why she was so excited that it was her first major film.
That's
to actually
crazy.
start, and yeah. So right now they don't know exactly still what it was, if it was human error or if it was
Mechanical error.
mechanical error. They do know that from what witnesses are saying, with the attempt during the accident, she kind of started getting closer to the sidewalk where the actors were, and I was saying a couple of them.
Oh.
So we don't know if she lost control or whatever happened, but
Gotcha.
again, still under investigation.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the tragic story of her first feature film. She's excited about it. Didn't end the way it should have. I don't think to fault anybody. I don't think there was any fault. It was just one of those things that happened.
That was
as
one of
in
the
life.
million errors. Yeah.
One of those middle errors. As many times as you tried to prevent or train for it, it happens.
Something
And
goes
And
just
while all
can't.
that happens, Tom Cruise is still alive.
Yeah, with all that. He's never invited you to a premiere, by the way.
Wait, yeah, wait.
He's
It's like, I'm never
somebody's
going.
gonna put this across the screen. He's like, look at this guy. He's never invited you to premiere.
The big
Honestly,
question.
Omar,
I think all
Rob,
three-
so
Wait, we have an RJ break.
RJ said he does not agree with you.
He doesn't agree with me. I actually just checked. Director Christopher McQuarrie confirmed that the action star did break his ankle during the filming of a stunt, which has halted all production of Mission
Okay, I
Impossible
thought I
6.
read that, yeah.
It is still scheduled for release on its due date next year. So
Yeah,
they-
they got time.
he broke his ankle
Jackie Chan broke his ankle once.
multiple times.
And
What
then
did
he
they
put on
do?
a sock over the cast. They painted it like a shoe.
Okay,
and he
hold
jumped
on.
off a building and he nailed it.
I know the movie.
That's why
Was that
Tom
Rumble in the
Cruise.
Bronx?
Damn right,
No.
it was Rumble in the
We pretty much
Bronx.
had this episode when we were here Tuesday.
Did we?
No, my
we
episode
talked
was
about
better.
that. We talked
Yeah.
about like
Oh, yeah,
crime,
that's right.
Top
See,
5
right.
criteria. We'll get into that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Rumble in the Bronx is a 1996-ish movie, somewhere around there.
Seven,
like
eight,
that.
yeah,
It was
something like
mid-90s, before your time. It was a mid-90s action movie by Jackie Chan, where in one of the stunts he jumped
great
off of
Jackie
something.
Chan.
The great Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
He jumped off of
correct
something,
himself.
whatever it was. He jumped off of something the way he
Side of a
always
building.
does, and he landed wrong to the point that he broke his ankle. He
Yeah.
got carted away to the hospital. Yes, he broke his ankle. What they did is that they ended up giving him a cast, and then they put this giant sneaker sock over the cast, and it looked exactly like his other sneaker. And then he kept on filming. So
He did that same stunt. I think it was off a crane onto the roof of a building or some crazy stuff like
It was
that.
something like
Something
that.
like that.
And then he ended up doing that stunt again with the cast, and he nailed it. So nailed it.
Now we're not saying Tom Cruise is a bad actor and all. We're just saying
He's not a good stunt person.
He's not a good stunt
Yeah,
person.
there you go.
That's all we're trying to say. Everybody stays in their lane. I do camera, he does photography, he does tech. I don't try to intrude on any other thing.
you know,
That's not my field.
and Jackie Chan's probably reading the morning paper. He's like broke his ankle.
He's probably like, rookie move, and then moving on.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's like, and
stop! You broke your
when you broke your ankle, production stopped.
What
Why?
Never in 100 years has that happened in
Not
China.
with him.
I really picked up, and the funny part is that Jackie Chan really has broken over 200 bones.
He's
Easy.
broken a lot.
He's broken a lot.
Yeah, I think he's broken almost
Broken
every bone in his body.
everything.
Wait, there was a movie, and I mentioned this one to you. I think I mentioned it to you too. That there was a movie that he did in the 80s, and I'm not gonna remember the name of the movie. Jackie Chan jumped off of the 4th level of some mall where there was a metal pole in the middle.
Oh,
He grabbed
yeah.
onto the pole,
Yeah.
then he slid down the pole. When he did the
Oh, yeah, we
stunt,
did talk about that.
yeah, when he was supposed to slide, and at the bottom was like a glass roof that he needed to fall through. And obviously the glass was fake and everything like that, but he felt the stunt was too easy, so he wanted like more flash. So he got the guys to wrap the pole in Christmas lights. So when he did it the second time, as he was sliding down, this was the 80s, so the Christmas lights wasn't LEDs or nothing, it was glass.
Yeah.
So as he was sliding down, his hands were breaking the glass, and the electrodes were hitting the metal pole. So he was getting electrocuted, burned, and cut at the same time as he was falling.
Oh.
And mind you, production did not stop.
Production didn't stop. He got treated. He got 3rd-degree burns. He got 3rd-degree burns. He got cuts all over his arms, and I think he just landed really wrong on the glass or something. And he was like, "All right, next scene, let's go."
Sounds like Tom Cruise didn't need his Scientology Wheaties.
Oh man, bro, that's
Damn,
it.
those now?
Now we got the Scientologists against us, bro. We're screwed.
All right, so moving on to the tech. What have you missed?
See, I'm not gonna say who's the Scientologist, but
Nobody hears the Scientology.
I don't know. That segue was really tight turn.
I don't
right
get
there.
that kind of money to
I
be
think
a
no one
Scientologist.
cares enough to
And
even
even if I
acknowledge
wasn't-
it.
even if
I
I
don't think
didn't
anybody
have that
cares
money-
enough to acknowledge them as a thing, let alone
Yeah.
a religion. Like, stop.
That's the nutshell version
Yeah,
of it.
it's
Yes.
like we got praying to Ron L. Hubbard and shit.
Hey, Ron, help me out.
He said Dianetics.
Oh my God.
I just think Dianex was something like you drank with your Ovaltine to help you like.
It was
Commercial
something.
used to come on every night. At
Oh, the one with the
80s.
volcano erupting?
Yeah, but that's why I used to think it was like something for like bowel movements. So in my
like
mind, I
your
was like,
volcano
oh,
erupting.
okay, say like you had a bad
Wait, hold up,
quesadilla or
hold up, hold
something,
up.
you needed Dianetics.
I understand the metaphor, volcano
So,
erupting.
you know,
That
Hold up, I understand the
Word.
metaphor,
I
but
was a
volcanoes
kid.
erupting and anal leakage, bro. It's happening
Hey,
all
I
the
was a kid. I'm watching this thing. I'm like,
Well, I guess
Dianetics.
that would explain why they only came on at night.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
All
exactly
right.
what it was.
What did we miss? You said
We missed
A lot.
I.O. Google I.O. I was there. It was hot. Small fire broke out. I was on Twitter for a hot minute.
Wait, you mean literally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
it.
put a hot pocket in the microwave.
Was it really a hot pocket incident?
No, it wasn't a hot pocket.
Okay.
You don't serve that kind of stuff at Google. It'd be like, hearty, nutritious,
Healthiness?
good for you healthiness.
God.
Which is fine,
Good
but
for you
like
healthiness.
after like 2 days, I'm like, all right, I'm about to walk through this Denny and get me like a stack
Oh, it was like
of
all
bacon.
vegan stuff and stuff?
No, not vegan, just light
Yeah,
portion
conscious.
and different stuff. Yeah, no, the food was good, it's just the portions.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
So instead of like you had to get like 8 of them for you to be happy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like I'm not gonna be that guy.
I would have.
I could have been that guy. I stopped at like 3. I'm like, all right.
I would've been like at
I'm still
13.
going to Denny's.
What else? What else did we miss? Moto Z? Moto Z2?
Moto Z Force. Moto Z2 Force. Good phone, overpriced.
Oh,
Damn, that was the
say
nutshell version of it.
$720.
That's not the nutshell version of it. Serious?
$720.
On the plus side, you can use
Moto
the
mods.
mods from your previous
But the Moto mods are like,
crappy.
no, I'll give them that. The Moto mods are great. They're pricey.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest one is like 80, and then some go up to like $200-300.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At
So
least
on
you
top
can
of
use
your
those.
phone, you drop in a G for the camera's good, but it's not.
It hasn't improved.
It's not. No, I'll give them that. It has improved,
But do you approve?
But
of it?
everyone else has improved too, so you're still playing.
But I mean, their camera was actually like low quality when it came out.
Oh, it was terrible.
So like they improved it to the point where it's low quality now, and everybody else is already at it. So like, there's no point in using
That's
that
never
now.
good.
Yeah, so
That's never a good thing.
DJI Spark.
Spark was nice. Nice little
Oh, they used
action.
one.
That's a tiny one.
Yeah, that's a tiny one that used hand.
Yeah, movement.
They said
they
it's
had some
good.
issues. They
I
had to
heard
update
some
the
people
firmware
lost
because
I heard some people lost theirs because you're using hand motion and.
He's like, all right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
I think they fixed that though with the firmware updates. There were a couple crashes that apparently came out.
Yeah.
But
there's
those
always
two
gonna be a crash.
firmware.
Yeah, so-
There's always gonna be a drone.
Especially with something like that, because
Yeah.
they're doing unprecedented. You know, they're stepping in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's not like the Karma drone where like it just crashed for no reason. This one at least.
And they came back out too, and it was like.
Oh, dude, I don't even know why they tried coming back out. Honestly, they could. Nobody bought it. I don't think.
Nah, nobody bought a Karma.
The people who did were the reviewers who paid to do
To
reviews
get it,
on
and
it,
they were gonna return it anyway.
and then they returned it anyway.
But then they got refunded. So
I'm trying to remember. I was like, yeah, that's the only one that I could
GoPro.
think of. Yeah.
Karma. It came with a nice bundle, but once they came out with the Mavic,
And then the gimbal, the handle gimbal wasn't that great either.
Oh, really? Was it? Oh, so it's like, what's the point of even
It
coming?
wasn't as smooth as you would think it was.
See, I think that's how they try to sell it. They try to sell it as
Multiple.
it look like it's a multifunctional thing, and you can always upgrade with the new GoPro and stuff like that. But it's like,
Here's the thing.
GoPro comes out every year.
And this goes back even to the 80s. When they came out with the VCR DVD combos, whatever, right?
The 80s.
he said, the VCR DVD.
90s, I don't know. You guys, before my
Dude,
time.
What do you mean for your time?
Anyways, when they came out, when a lot of these- when a
Yo,
lot
he
of
tries
these
to
companies-
unage himself real
when a lot of
quick.
these companies did that VHS, CD, DVD player at the time.
Yeah.
If one of the components went wrong on one of the sides,
It was
the
screwed.
whole thing kept
Yeah.
just kept working. Doesn't matter that the VCR component is different than the CD or DVD component. If one went wrong, they just completely stopped. You know.
Hey, look,
This was kind of like what the Karma took us back to the 90s, 80s a little bit, because you know the drone didn't work and the gimbal didn't work. So like, and they never really got that perfection.
I would like to see them try again.
If they do, they're gonna have to steal some people from like DJI.
Still, yeah, because
They're gonna have
that.
to put an Apple move and just take everybody from DJI and be like,
'cause
hey guys,
even design-wise, it was
bad. You can see the wings. It was, it was
like the GoPro itself was the head. I'm like, nobody
Yeah.
wants to see that.
Yeah, it just it was.
Like I
it was
understand
weird.
the position to not be in the way of the wing, whatever.
They thought they had a good thing, but being the first drone, and it was obvious that there was going to be problems from the beginning.
I mean-
they gotta learn.
And they actually thought they had something good. They're like, look how small it is. And then DJI
Then,
was
like,
like,
a week
hold
or two
on.
later,
Yeah, comes out
it
with
was
the
like,
Mavic.
hey,
This
it's in
how
my back
small
pocket.
this is. And then they say, fuck you guys, look at the Spark, this how small this is. And then you're like,
Yeah, it was like, no, you know what it was? It literally looked like DJI was like, I see that. Here, look at this one. But,
No,
hold on,
this-
look at this one. It was
Yeah,
like,
next
oh,
week
man.
they'll be like, look at this one.
You know?
Yeah.
Yo, one of these days they're gonna have a press conference and be like, you really like this? Well, the drone's been floating above your heads for the past 20 minutes now. It's gonna end up coming to something like that where it's gonna get so tiny, it's gonna blow people's minds. You know what I mean?
I dig it. What else?
Oh,
what's that?
No date.
Football is back.
Oh,
We
Jets.
haven't gone to no
Jets.
yet.
Jets.
We haven't even gone to no We can't talk about something we haven't been to. We're not time travelers. I don't have a DeLorean.
That's not where I'm going.
Okay.
Go
Okay, yeah,
with
so-
your Jets. Get your Jets. Get your Jets.
Oh yeah, we went to the Jets. They had good food. Thanks, Jets, for paying us something.
That's it.
No, I mean they had apps, they had the cheerleaders. They talked about. Honestly though, I'm gonna say this. I'm a Giants fan, but the Jets, what they're doing for their fans is hands down one of the
That
best
was impressive.
interactions
That was
teams
impressive.
That was
can
very
do
impressive. That was,
with their fans.
yeah.
I wrote it. I was
I
like,
guess
color me impressed.
Floored how great they did. that.
Yeah, because they have.
The event was amazing.
They developed an app where in game they are actually attaching sensors to the shoulder pads of the players.
Yeah.
And in real time, you'll actually get stats based on those sensors. So like how fast the running back ran, how many
Yeah.
yards he ran,
Yep.
and you're gonna actually be able to see that on your phone live in the game in the stadium when you're
In the
there.
stadium.
So it's gonna really bringing, and that's just one of the things, but it's bringing up a level of interactivity with the fans.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And that was the goal, to increase the,
They got it.
improve and increase the fan experience. So if you're there,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
like, we
dope.
got to do better food.
Oh, food was
Food is
by
big.
far,
amazing.
food.
Yeah,
Leaps and bounds. You're no longer gonna get a soggy bun with an overcooked hot
Yeah.
dog and some like
They-
expired mustard. And call it here. Give me $20. No, now you're
It's true though.
something
It's true, though.
cheaper that tastes 1,000 times.
Yeah, at the Jets press conference, they introduced the chef of the show for the Jets,
Yeah.
and he introduced what's going to be the lineup for the food there during the Jets home games. And damn, that thing was nuts. That chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken
is
sandwich, the
There's
macaroni.
a spicy chicken sandwich with like fresh cut pickles.
But it's a
The soy sushi wrap was
big
delicious.
size.
Wait, the soy Oh, okay.
we didn't have
I
it.
you
He
didn't
went
have
like
it,
2
but
or
yeah.
3.
There was that one. The smoked sausage was
Smoked
good.
sausage.
The
the
fries
barbecue.
with all the different,
Oh, yeah,
the
that's-
spicy fries,
Yeah,
chili
yeah, the
fries,
loaded fries
chili
is good,
loaded
yeah.
fries.
Fries.
Yeah, that's all good.
And you had the
Which one?
what they call it? Dump truck? No, the kitchen sink
I
sandwich.
had the kitchen sink
That
sandwich.
Yeah.
was good.
That was you know what the kitchen sink sandwich basically was?
Everything.
It's like
Everything.
it really was everything, but it was like imagine an Italian sausage, sandwich, but with crazy other meats in it. It had everything on it. It even had potatoes in it.
Yeah, but it's like the Rutgers trucks where you go if you
Yes,
ever
yes,
go to
yes.
Rutgers University campus, the one in New Brunswick, they have that fat truck where you can
Yeah.
make
Oh,
a sandwich, they put
yeah.
everything in it. It was
That's
basically
exactly
that
what it
without
was.
mozzarella sticks and
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was
delicious.
like-
Delicious. I would not mind having that at a game in the stadium by any means.
right, but yeah, it was ridiculous. So
Yeah,
they had,
everything was a bunch of
I
food.
think the weirdest one that I tried, I know you guys didn't try, but I tried it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be an acquired taste. Was the gyro fried rice?
I did not
Oh,
try
how about that?
It was interesting.
Because they used a very thin, right? Very
Yes,
thin.
it was very
thin
it was a
rice,
very
small
thin rice,
It looked good.
fried. It did look good, and
He said, yeah, it did look good. It
It's
wasn't.
just it's spicy.
the
Spicy. You're
flavor
right.
was
It had a lot of spice
okay
in it.
for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I was expecting more of a taste of gyro meat, and it wasn't. It was
Okay.
more of a just regular meat
Well,
than the gyro meat.
you felt the same way about the dessert pie. The apple
Dessert pie, yeah. They had I mean, the pie.
The dulce de leche
apparently I should
apple
have gone
thing.
the s'mores. Because some of the cheerleaders I talked to were like, yeah, get the s'mores, that one's better. I didn't. I wanted to be original. I tried the three leches.
So you're saying
I
that
went
you
against
guys
So
the
you went
current.
against the cheerleaders
You-
and got
you
the
went
one,
against the Jets
and then
cheerleaders.
found out they
Found
were
out
right.
never go against the cheerleaders. That's more of the story.
Never go against the cheerleaders.
Yeah,
That-
they tried to
that's-
put you on the game. You were
That's-
involved in it.
I
That's the
know.
best
Hey,
I mean, the
it's all
apple
my
was good.
fault.
The apple, for me, the apple was a little overcooked, but that could have been like a one-shot thing. But
Yeah.
It's
But
still-
overall, the food was
still better than the nonsense you would get at
Yeah,
some
but
other
all jokes aside,
Yeah,
yeah, the
say
food
standing
was
side to
absolutely amazing.
It was. That
That was
was
good.
the
Yeah.
food. The app is amazing. The VR. You could try the V.
I did the
VR.
VR.
How was the
right?
VR? That?
VR was cool. I mean,
But you didn't try the game one. You just tried the.
yeah, I didn't do the.
field one.
They had the HTC Vive where you're like literally throwing
Footballs.
footballs.
Yeah. That actually looked pretty fun.
It did.
We saw one of the
Guys was, like,
reporters.
throwing
I almost got
God.
punched in the face by one.
There was a
like,
reporter
dude,
playing
like,
it, and then actually,
serious.
it almost it was fun because it looked like he had like a Wii. Like he was playing on a Wii.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
Virtual
the
reality.
that's the control of
It
the
was a Wii?
Vive.
It was?
No, that's the vibe control.
That's
Oh,
the
looks,
Vive control.
it looks like a okay.
In my opinion, the Vive and the Oculus, I don't know, probably the Oculus is a little cheaper, I think like $400. Between those two, like if you want to do like real VR, those are the way to go.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun experience watching that.
I went to an Intel event like sometime last year, and they had like a weird, not weird, but I'm like, wow, I can't think of any other time I would do this. Basically a multiplayer VR shooting event.
Multiplayer VR
So
shooting
there's
event.
like a bunch of cowboys in the corral, and it's like my side versus your side. You know,
Damn.
amazing.
Didn't they open up a VR park somewhere down south?
It's somewhere, yeah. They opened up a lot of cool things.
I actually want to go. That's probably on my list of.
places to go.
Yes, definitely.
So what else was at the Jets there? That was it, right?
That was pretty much it.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hall of Fame. So if you're a
Oh,
season pass,
Fan Hall of Fame.
Fan Hall
That's
of Fame.
pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, they're really trying to make
players.
it. Yeah, they're trying to make it more for the fans, which is really
And a
really
season,
nice.
a season pass. So
Yeah, and it was cool. Like you saw a lot of people, met a lot of people. There was like a couple of NFL players there, former NFL players.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
president of the
yeah.
Jets was there, VP of marketing
Yeah.
and all that.
Marketing,
It was just a
yeah.
cool experience to go to.
Yeah.
And definitely seeing what they have coming up in their lineup is definitely something that if you're not a Jets fan, if you're not a football fan, you still might appreciate just going and just have the
Yeah,
experience.
because if you go to a stadium, a lot of times, like, your only good time is literally the game.
Yeah.
Food is going to be, you're going to wait lines, blah, blah, blah. It's
See,
not
but-
like you're waiting on lines for some good extravagant stuff anyway.
Right, but the other thing is that when it comes to like football games, the whole stadium experience is something on its own. Because remember, we were talking like there's people that go to football games and don't even go to the actual games. They just stay in the parking lot.
Oh,
and
tailgate.
Yeah, they tailgate like you won't
Well,
believe.
they do that at MetLife. Well, they used to do that at MetLife.
They still
We'll see
do.
if they do it this
Yeah,
year.
they'll do it. They're definitely do.
I know.
There's no way you're
But
gonna
as
get
far
the
as like the
tailgate
masses,
experience.
like
Yeah.
will that dwindle down once
That's
this
true
news
too.
gets out?
I mean, honestly, it was a great. It's great to see it. Why does this keep on jumping back out of that? That's weird.
Why is phone not on buzz?
I don't know, man. It's kind
I
of
don't
rude.
know.
The viewers are gonna make sure
I
they
know.
comment
I feel like I
on
need
it.
to apologize or something.
If only a
What else
kid.
cool came out this? I mean, Apple's doing Apple. They're
Apple
crashing
doing
and
Apple.
burning.
That's ugly. That iPhone 8 looks so ugly.
Oh
in
yeah,
front.
there's already been a couple
Jesus
of
Christ.
there's already been a couple of leaks of that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the price, the concept, the whole
It's gonna be
idea is
$1,000.
just like,
It's when I remember early, I was like, they're doing their
I've
best
been-
Samsung impression. Now they're really doing their best
I've
Samsung.
been trying to
Virtual
ignore it.
home button, Face ID,
Are you serious?
all that's it.
So everything that Samsung did.
Yeah,
That's a damn shame. That is a damn shame.
for $1,000
$1,000?
Yeah,
or whatever.
I
It might
see
even
it.
be more.
then you still can't upgrade the memory. You can't do the dual SIM.
See, the no updating the memory thing, that still is like something that they just need to, huh?
Said nope.
No, not the no. The
Oh.
fact that they don't want to update, that they don't allow upgrading of memory.
They're not doing that. They've been going for all these years. They may do it eventually.
Nah, they won't.
But I don't see if
Oh, you think they won't?
It's like one
I
of
don't
those things.
think
If they ain't done it by
no,
now, they're not gonna do it.
They're not on the ship of innovation right now. They're past that. They're on the ship of trying to play catch up.
That's crazy.
That's just to be honest. I've worked for them. I admire the company. I still admire the company, but they have stopped being innovators. Now they're just trying to play catch up. That's all they're doing. They're doing it with their computers. Yeah, now they're announcing that their newer computers, super high process. That they can use these 8 MDR cards and all this other crap.
You gotta
and-
be down with that dongle
You
life.
gotta be down with the dongle life. You gotta be down with only being able to use Final Cut. And that's, be honest, give up on trying to make Final Cut the professional editing suite. It's not gonna be there. Avid is the king, and they're gonna be king. Nothing's knocking Avid off the top.
Still, like,
Premiere is
Avid is the
coming
actual-
straight up,
another-
and they're coming up to be there. If they don't knock them, they'll be right underneath. Final Cut. As many times as I've used you, as many times as you've trashed on me, deleted the file, corrupted it where I have to start again from scratch, there's no way any professional person is ever going to use you.
I'm editing this on Final Cut.
Well,
Please
man,
Wait,
some
wait,
people
no,
have-
no.
Wait, if you
I
had
was
seen the whole
listening.
time he was talking, I was actually just started giggling a little because I just looked at the monitor screen that we're looking at, and like my eye head is here, Bots is like a little bit higher, almost like down here.
Because I'm more down to earth than these assholes. And that's why.
No, I'm looking, I'm like, damn, that guy is like, and you actually see me, I'm like, is it this?
No.
Is it his lean back
It's
game?
the
You
Histogram
guys, I'm
over
sitting in the
there.
lounge chair. You guys are.
Yo, you're hiding
The
behind
one
the,
that he suggested you to get to, right?
dude, you're hiding behind
It's
the
like I was set
histogram.
up before.
Lean forward, lean forward. No, it's like, yo, he's hiding behind the histogram.
I'm there.
I mean, the
Can't see it on
histogram.
the
I know. I just, sorry, I random thought. My bad.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, I mean,
as you were
I don't think they're gonna. I mean, yeah, they have newer specs, newer
People
computers.
gonna buy this now.
They're gonna buy it. People are gonna buy it because it's Apple, and people want to have something that.
But, see, but
Premium or
again,
whatever.
that goes again with the whole Apple culture. The people, there's such a culture around Apple that it doesn't matter to them anymore. People will buy it.
And I understand that they've gone to that point, but they came from a company that listened to what people wanted, respect that they wanted something for artists so they can concentrate it. And then when they turned their back on the artist for the consumer,
Long time ago.
Yeah, that was
boom.
wild.
Yeah.
That was the first sign. You
Yeah.
know?
I agree.
And then when they just said, at one point we were going to give the customer the most, now we're just gonna give them what we're comfortable giving them.
Yeah,
Insane.
And
they're
then-
trying to keep this.
But now they're trying like, oh wait,
Dollar.
everybody else is giving them more, let's give them more. Like you don't need 7 different versions of an iPad, from the iPad Mini to the iPad Mini Air, to the iPad regular, to
Bro.
the iPad Air, to the
Right, you
Pro,
don't need none
to the
of that.
Mini Pro, to the goddamn, look, stop. Pick one size, just end it. Make it an iPad Pro Mini and an iPad Pro regular, that's it,
Call
end
it a
it.
day. I think
Call
they-
a goddamn
it looks like
day.
they're
Stop.
trying to
Wait,
get
so
there.
Stop.
your happiness would be if they say we're gonna cut back on how many products we have, focus on these 3, let's say 3 or 4 products.
My happiness would be if they stop being a company that has to come out with something every year and come out with something amazing every few years. so amazing that the industry has to look back and be like, fuck, we're 5 years behind already.
Yeah.
That would be my happiness. If Apple said, you know what, we're not playing up, keep up with the Samsungs and whatever the company in China's called. We're gonna be when we come out. Because I'm not Chinese, I can't pronounce it. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Which one's that?
How do you say it?
Huawei.
Huawei, yeah, whatever. Anyways.
Huawei.
I can't pronounce it because it
Huawei.
starts with an H, but I don't know
Huawei.
if they believe in silent H.
I make it sound like I.
So I don't know if they do or they don't believe in the silent
I don't know
H.
if they
So,
believe in silent H.
so that's why I can't pronounce it.
I like
But
to point out,
that's my point though.
I do not know this guy.
No, that's an honest question.
Well, it's crazy because
I don't know how to read
they
that.
actually. It's funny you mentioned that Huawei kicked off the whole double camera thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
See?
yeah. He's
So like it's
spot on.
honestly, and here's the thing, they have to do these updates because they have these errors in their operating system. It used to be where the operating system was so spot on. You get an update maybe every year, not every 3 or 4 months, or you know, because they're not. They make a product so well and so well built that you were like, this is gonna last me decades. And perfect example, if anybody has a Mac Pro Tower, the
Oh.
the last edition from like
Oh,
2012,
Oh yeah.
or the ones from like I know who were running the 2008, and all they keep doing is just change out the video card and open the memory. Why? Because that was a beast that was made to last. These computers now, like they're so thin, they burn out the motherboards burn out so fast.
You know, you
It's
did
like,
actually
all
go.
right,
You know, based on what you just said, you guys actually go farther back because there's people that
I'm
actually
not as
still
old as you,
use.
but yeah.
Yeah, alright. There's still people who actually still use the Apple iPad, like religiously.
I have an iPod.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have the
The-
like
the
120
yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
So,
And the battery sucks. So I'm about to go jerry rig it, get a new battery, and when I do that, I'm gonna take the old hard drive, put it in the SD hard drive adapters, and keep it for life. I love
Yeah.
it. Greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
If you want it to be smart, Apple, if you want to start a revolution, do this. Take the old iPad, make it solid state to 1 terabyte.
Ooh.
1 terabyte. Keep the click wheel because that's always gonna be a fan favorite, and then put a little maybe wireless connector so you can control it from your phone if you needed to or whatever. Make it Thunderbolt or Lightning, whatever you want to call it, to power it. Get that out there. I'd rock it. Musicians everywhere would rock
But
it.
the iPod is kind of dead at this point. They just killed off a few of their lines or whatever.
Left eye.
Oh, okay.
Left eye Lopez?
Yeah.
Left eye. No.
Kinda weird, though.
One of the clients that I've worked with previously. Shout out to Stylist by Air.
Oh, thanks.
She's a fashionista. She's got she actually just posted a picture of Left Eye Lopez from TLC.
TV channel?
Oh my god. You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
He knows
bro.
the show,
I know he does. I know he's
He's
like.
dead though. Like, it's not like.
He just posted a vintage picture of him.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's Thursday, so yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys.
People participate.
So that's my rant on Apple. I wish them the best though.
That's all
No,
that.
He's like, yeah, they suck horribly.
Dude.
I wish you guys.
I wish you.
I
Yeah.
honestly-
I only burn in hell. God bless.
No, I'm not burning it. I'm hoping that they wake up because I love the company. I'm still a fanboy, but
No, I get
they
you.
haven't done
You
anything.
want them to do-
I want them to do great. Not
You're a
well.
want them to
fan, but you're
succeed in
upset
the end.
because you want. Yeah, they're not doing.
I mean,
that.
they're doing the same mistakes now with the whole Netflix thing. Netflix is $20 billion in debt,
Yeah,
right?
20 billion.
And they now just bought another $20 billion because they're hoping that their new content and films, documentaries, and TV shows is going to usher in a new group of people who are going to sign up to the subscription and bring up, more value in the company. Will it work? You know what? At one point, everybody thought Netflix was dead and Redbox, or is it Redbox?
Redbox, yeah.
Redbox was going to be king. Where's Redbox now? Not even in the fucking parking lot of any grocery store because one grocery stores are dying out, so they have no place to really be.
He was like, bro, this is
And then
probably let him go.
Redbox is done, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, they're still out there, but yeah, I get you what you mean.
But-
Like that growth that they were having is like.
Well, real quick, what do you think about this? Because the big news from Netflix, a little after I think we stopped doing this, was that they actually got a contract with Disney that they were gonna release all the Disney stuff 6 months after the movie release. Just last week, Disney
was
pulled
like,
out of
"You
that
know what?"
contract. I think Disney
is mad.
well, I have kids. I'm not gonna sign up. I don't.
You have kids, you're not gonna sign up for it?
No, I'm not.
So you're just gonna buy the DVDs.
No, not even do
He's
that.
like not even.
Not even do that.
He's like, I'm not doing it.
You might not, but your wife might be like, oh, well, if you ain't doing it, click.
No, actually, you know what's funny? I talked to her about it, and this is her response, which is a big issue because it might be a lot of people's responses. I was like, babe, because Netflix right now has Moana. That is my daughter's favorite movie in the history of mankind.
Okay.
Like I know that movie front to back, and I know all the damn songs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, babe, Moana's leaving. And I was like, she goes, why? And I told her why. And I was like, they're gonna have their own streaming service. She goes, I'm not gonna get that.
Yeah.
And simple question. I was like, why? She goes, we already have a lot of streaming services.
Exactly.
That's the main problem.
Thing. Everybody's gonna be like,
mind you,
another one?
you're talking to a parent of 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even we're like, yo, we already have enough streaming services. We already have enough.
Another go back to cable.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. What is it? Every channel's gonna have their own streaming service, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, well bundle your packages to different streaming services.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's exactly what's
and
gonna
you know
happen.
what? People are gonna pay.
No, we're not.
We're gonna do this 5 years from now,
Look,
and it'll be like, hey, how'd that streaming service shit work out for you? You're gonna be like, fuck you, Omar. Back to the next topic. Mark this, Rod, when you do the edits, mark this point. So when we look back in 5 years, you're gonna be like,
not gonna do
God
it.
damn it,
100%.
Because it's gonna be tough. Because like I said, you got exclusive content and this and that. If you really want to watch the stuff, unless you
Yeah, like for me, it's like I'm happy with 2 and YouTube. You know what I mean?
But,
like I'm happy with Amazon and I'm happy with Netflix. The reason why I'm happy with both of them is because Amazon does have a good movie selection, good kids TV selection, good kids movie selection. So does Netflix. Right now I'm good with all that. And if there's anything that's missing, I either YouTube it or I watch it in other ways. And you know what I mean?
You got a sponsor just so you watch the show, but who cares?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
just say you're.
It's like
you know,
I go to my local bootlegger online. Like I don't care.
I can't. I don't bootleg. I don't support that stuff. Even the Game of Thrones stuff that's online right now. I'm not gonna do it.
That was stupid. I heard of that too.
I work in a business
It
with
was
people.
ransomware though.
Yeah, but I work in a business with people. This is people's livelihood.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you look at this. So far you got DC and Disney
Yeah.
with their own streaming service. DC probably not gonna last, but
No.
Disney's not going anywhere. Disney's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but see,
They don't.
like I mentioned it to Sylvia, and I'm like, we're not gonna get it. We already have
They
2
don't
streaming
disrespect
services.
the
We're just
mouth.
gonna give out but
What
the
about
thing,
the kids?
huh?
The kids.
There's tons of other kids shows besides
He
this.
said they
show.
be alright. He said
There's lots.
you're gonna learn to
But
love
like
Sesame
they
Street.
like Frozen and they like
Yeah.
Little Mermaid and they, you know, all
It-
those
it's-
classics.
Well, I watch what I give them. They watch what I give them. Period. So if they like Moana, I'm gonna buy it on Amazon and keep it moving.
TV dictator.
He says that now, but there's times you're always arguing about how when kids are crying, you just give them what they want so they can stop crying.
It's a little more complicated than that.
I don't know.
Don't worry, you'll know in 9 months.
Hey, I don't care. I'm gonna buy. I
You don't
told
think
you.
it's
I'm
gonna
gonna buy a new service.
No. Well, actually, wait. Hit record.
It is recording.
No, over here. Okay.
Oh, all right.
He did not hit record.
It's fine. You can do it.
Just hit record.
Just hit record. It's a button right there in the middle.
The round red button that says record. That one. Okay. No, but this is my thing. Is everyone has a big fear that in the next 5 years there's going to be a whole bunch of different companies doing that,
It will be.
and it's already started. BBC,
HBO's already doing it.
HBO,
Well, HBO
but
is successful.
but this is the thing. The moment Disney does it, and let's say they do become successful, which most likely they will.
They will. Off that library alone.
Right, but the moment that happens, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna incentivize every other
Incentivize.
every other company
To
to
do
do
the
it.
same thing.
And then in 5 years' time,
But we'll see, because every company is not going to be able to
Probably
do
more
that.
than 5 years'
Because
time,
some
right?
people's content isn't strong enough to be like, yeah, we're doing it too. Like,
Yeah, like I would
what?
not sign up to watch fucking WFC or CW. I line up for Kiss My Ass. I wouldn't sign up.
CW.
The CW says, hey, we're coming up with our own streaming service. I'm like,
See?
good luck.
See, but again,
Yep.
he's got a different point of view on that.
Yeah.
He loves
Because-
CW because that's those cheesy DC comics.
He's done it.
No, it's okay. Everyone
That's
has,
all right.
Everyone,
That's all right. You got Inhumans waiting for you.
I'm not gonna watch that.
Everyone has
We'll
opinions,
get
even
to
though
there.
they're wrong.
We'll get to
I
there.
think I'm gonna watch that. Dude, I'm not impressed by the Netflix. No, not to offend anybody, but the Netflix Marvel. Yeah, they're okay. Punisher's probably gonna be the best one.
But what do you think about Netflix original content?
I love it. That's what started it all. You know,
Yeah, House of Cards.
House of
House of
Cards.
Cards.
Yeah.
Oh, House of
House
Cards
Cards,
is amazing.
Lilyhammer.
I mean, one of the
Archie
greatest things right now everybody's waiting for is Stranger Things. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
season 2.
Season 2.
Halloween.
Stranger Things season 1 was amazing. The
see
Crown
Ozark?
was amazing.
No,
Which
I
one?
haven't.
No, I haven't
Ozark?
started. I'm starting that this week.
There's Ozark,
Just
the
finished
OA.
it. Good.
And good, like good or
Oh, it's
like,
good.
like really good? Like,
It's really good.
Okay.
It's Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I know.
People sleep on his dramatic roles.
Yeah,
He's not making you laugh.
Right.
Like you laugh occasionally, but that's
But see, again, that's the thing. Like what Disney is gonna do by doing that is gonna create a precedent for everybody to do it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna basically go into digital cable.
But-
That's the problem that I got.
Yeah, this is the evolution of people leaving to go streaming. Companies like which pivot and follow.
Right.
So the thing that's on the table right now is
Your laptop.
I was waiting for somebody to scoot that. 'Cause I knew one of y'all was gonna do it. I couldn't help myself.
It was me.
I know. So the thing that's on the table right now is the question is whether Netflix will Disney pull Marvel stuff out of the Netflix.
Yeah.
line. So far that's not on the table. The press release does not say it's definitely coming.
What's
It's
the
coming.
press release say?
Oh, it's
It
coming.
says Disney. It all says Disney. It doesn't say Disney and Marvel. It says
no,
Disney
dude.
movies like Frozen 2 and different stuff will be coming exclusively to the app. It doesn't mention anything about Marvel. I think they're still trying to work that out.
They're probably trying to break away from the contract because honestly, what can
So it's not happening until like what 2019, right?
2020.
No, 2019.
Hold on.
But anyway, whether it's 19 or 20, it's like not that far off from now.
No, I know. Still like either
Yeah.
a year or 2 years later. Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly think they would pull Marvel. And even if they let them keep those shows as reruns and whatever, they probably reboot with their own.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to keep in mind they got this Netflix deal. So the question is, these Marvel shows are with Netflix, so it's like, are we pulling them even though we started with you guys? It's not basically. It's not clear. They're still working
I
it
mean,
out.
it's a Marvel universe where you can always reboot.
Yeah, where they're
I mean,
all
they're-
connected.
They're
They're
already
not.
stated that at the end of the last Avengers, Avengers 4, it's already rumored that they're gonna reboot the whole universe again.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's like,
We'll
well,
get-
that'd be-
hold on,
well,
before-
you don't
before-
follow comics.
Go ahead.
What did he just say?
So then why are you asking why?
Oh, because I was reading the press release and I wasn't paying attention to y'all.
That's your fault.
But
You
I
have
can
to
see
watch
any
the
Marvel
whole
stuff
thing.
in there.
No, you're right.
As I said,
That's interesting.
It's really not there. That's like,
Well, I guess we have to wait for more updates.
Yeah, they're probably still working that deal out. To
Netflix,
see.
call this guy, let him know.
I was trying to get down there, mommy bought it. You know, like a free iPad, like a year of free Netflix.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see exactly what they're doing. So,
Yeah, so, alright, so before we go back to Inhumans, because I love the shit on it for a little bit.
dude, I literally have nothing to.
You know what? Let's just go right now. Inhumans.
I have
looks
nothing
like
to
their
add to
first
this.
flop. Like, what is that?
I don't even know what that is.
I have nothing
Did you
to
see
add
the
to
trailer?
I did not.
I did. I have
Like
nothing
said,
to add
I
to that.
stopped watching all the Netflix series.
No. This is
Because
coming on ABC.
ABC.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. ABC does not know how to do Marvel. Period. That TV show.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
Last season was great. I
Ass,
give them that.
bro. It took 5 years for them to get great. Ass. Stop.
I have no comment on Inhumans.
Inhumans looks terrible.
Dude, put it like this. Look, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say this is
Because
exactly.
everybody saw the image, it was like, why do
Dude.
their costumes look worse than the CW shows?
Yeah,
y'all
yo,
got a bigger budget.
Yo, my exact thought process was this. I saw the trailer, the one where Medusa's hair actually moved,
It looks
and I went like this.
Wait,
Look,
Medusa's in it?
yeah, don't even worry about it.
It looks
It
so
went, my mind thought was like this. I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna put this in my subconscious and I will never think about it again. I seriously was like, I will
But
never.
honestly, maybe
think
it's
about it
just a
again.
bad trailer.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Trailers are supposed
That
to
was
excite, not
bad.
negate.
Dude,
Lockjaw
not true.
teleporting
A lot
was
of trailers you go
bad.
see a movie, and the trailer's awesome. You see the movie, like the trailer was the best part of the movie.
Yes,
That's
but,
like
but that's what it's
70% of films.
but that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to get your ass on the seat. If it actually says, if it actually make a trailer so bad that it'd be like, I'm not gonna go see it. They're not gonna make money.
You hired the wrong guy. Sometimes you hire the wrong people.
Yeah, but damn, this
Didn't they get
bad.
the original showrunner from Iron Fist?
Dude, I have no knowledge.
Did you
to
like
give
Iron
you.
Fist?
No, it was the
There's
worst.
your answer.
It
Then.
was the worst.
There's your answer.
I didn't see it.
It was
Clearly,
so
they should have
bad.
gone with some other
Look,
show.
like when you told me like that, it was like, yo, it's such a
Pretty
slow
bad.
burn. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna watch
Slow
it.
burn, the choreography puts you to sleep. It's like, does this guy even know karate?
Oh, is
like,
that bad?
Yeah, like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
supposed to
that's
be the Iron Fist. Like, come on, man, look like somebody could just walk up to you and
Get your
shoot
karate
you.
up.
And
Get
there
your karate
goes,
up.
and there goes the legend of the Iron Fist
Came and went.
leading
Okay,
it
yeah.
all.
See, I have no intentions. Defenders looks interesting, but that's about it.
They said Iron Fist redeemed himself. Whatever. That comes out tomorrow or today. By the time you guys see this, so
Really?
checking that
Do
out.
I need to see the Iron Fist
No.
to watch
Nope.
Defenders?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. You could just Wikipedia.
Damn, that's bad.
Save yourself some time.
Okay, I'll do that.
There's
All right.
12 long episodes while
I'm not gonna
Defenders
see it.
has like 8. episodes.
I'm not gonna see. I have no intention.
All right, so what's the next thing?
All right.
The Note 7.
Note 8.
Caught on fire, so they made an 8. It doesn't catch on. You guys need to let me finish my introductions. The Note 7 caught on fire, so they made an 8 that doesn't catch
He's
on
like
fire.
the Note 7. Dot.
Caught
on fire.
Dot.
Not
Not this
So
time.
now we have to see one that doesn't catch on fire. Will Stanton redeem yourself?
This-
Gentlemen, go. Carlos, you
If
first.
they don't, if
Debatable.
the press release is coming, the press conference is coming next week.
Next week,
We
Wednesday,
have
we'll
my
be there.
video for Tech
We'll
Guys.
all be,
Yeah,
we'll all be there live in stereo.
Now, if somebody doesn't pull a fire joke during that press conference, I'm gonna be mad.
I guarantee it's gonna be the
They need to
CEO.
acknowledge it.
Sure.
They need
CEO
to
is like,
acknowledge it.
Don't worry, folks. Your exits are in the front and in the rear.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that kicks off. I'm gonna know you stole it from the show.
See, but you want credit.
I want
Somebody
credit.
wants writing credit in this.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, somebody needs to just put it out there and
Put
say,
it out there, like, yeah, our last phone caught on fire. Blew up some Jeeps. We got on the FFA list.
It got on the FF. That's the one that did it. That
They
was
Yeah.
like jokes should be like, we got banned worse than terrorists in this country.
oh.
Man,
Hold on,
same
where's the
thing.
shovel? I think we need to start digging a hole for ourselves.
Oh,
Nah,
God.
come on, guys. You're not getting political anything.
Well, we can always dive into Charlottesville, but that,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
come on. Not
that's
today.
old.
Not today.
That's
Carlos is gonna go on a rant.
No,
you're good.
it's yeah, you're
No,
the
my
ranter.
rant's over with that.
You're the ranter, bro.
Is that I'm done.
Well, Charlottesville is stupid.
Go ahead, go.
It's-
Stand on stand, so stand on stand.
Yeah,
We'll do
we'll-
that
we'll-
if
yeah.
we have time.
I mean, wait, so next week is going to be the press conference.
Yep.
We're all going to be there.
Yep.
They definitely need to bring a couple of jokes in about the Note 7 just because they need to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
They need to,
It needs
you
be
know what it
acknowledged.
is? No, you know what it is? They need to acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, it'd be funny as hell. They start out with like a giant picture of an elephant in the room. Because, they need to talk about it.
I
There's
got
no
the
way
perfect joke.
around. Go.
Alright, so they start, they introduce a phone. Clearly our phones, 7, not working out. But thank God that Apple stole our idea now. So maybe Dang it! Is that a good one?
That's
That's a good one.
Man!
That's what I'm saying. I think that would sell some tickets, guys. I think that'll sell some
That's so cool.
That'll sell
Yeah.
something.
something.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Alright, continue, sorry.
All right, go ahead.
It blew my mind. I have nothing.
But the phone is, I'm curious about the phone because I'm like, all right, based off of, I know they don't reveal everything, whatever prior, but based off leaks and all this other stuff, it more or less looks like an S8 Plus, that's
Bigger.
maybe a half inch bigger, taller. S Pen, dual camera with 2x optical zoom.
I'm trusting you on that, on those rumors.
I'm trying to think. Everything else is the same.
See, but that's
Wireless charging, USB-C. I mean, everything is 3,300 milliamp battery. That's about it. So I'm like, all right, what else are you bringing me? Because the Note 7 had all these cool new features. Y'all just get it to the S8 and S8 Plus. This
Yeah.
better not just be a giant S8 Plus with a pen.
it might be.
It might be.
It
But
might
I
be.
mean, we've talked about this before, off camera. It's gonna come to a point where phones aren't gonna be able, they're gonna hit that plateau.
I think we're getting
Yeah.
there.
They're like, all right, what else? I mean, phones can do your taxes, and that's always been the joke. Oh, can I do your taxes? Oh yeah, I got this brand new Xbox. How can I do your taxes? Phones can now do your taxes, so there's no joke anymore.
Yeah,
So there's your wall. You
Yeah.
hit that wall.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
what?
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to a point.
I mean, yeah, because after AR, what's next? 'Cause that's what needs to be what
Yeah.
Apple-
yeah.
trying to
AR,
spearhead.
no, but AR definitely seems to be more of a. It's gonna happen that way more than anything. But yeah, I agree. I think it's already coming to a point where there really is not much that we can do about what new technologies, what new advancements have been made. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, the only other thing would be to copy the red phone, which is
Oh
hologram.
God, that's the other one.
And that's only a gimmick because they're gonna shoot hologram on the phone to project it on the phone. Hologram might be the future. Might be the future.
Yeah, I
AR,
remember HTC
VR.
tried that like 5 years ago. It didn't work.
So
Maybe the
But we'll
technology
see.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, see, if anybody doesn't know,
Nobody's gonna drop. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't,
yeah.
We didn't talk about it.
If
So,
anybody doesn't
red
know,
phone.
red.
Somebody
Okay.
dive into the red phone.
Red is a camera
No.
company.
We gotta talk to the videographer. Omar, what is the red?
So
Start
Red
with
is
Red, then
Red
go
is a
with phone.
company. It's a digital camera company that came out 2008, 2009 around, and ever since then have made the transition from film to digital for movies. They've been the forefront. Yes, they've been the forefront to make digital the thing of the future and film the thing of the past. They are one of the biggest companies who are accredited with making digital, possibly a film company. majority of TV shows and film, anything with extreme CGI is shot on red because they shoot it to 8K. Yada yada yada. It's the greatest camera in the world. Some people say. Others don't. It's debatable. Like no perfect camera, but it is the main reason why we're shooting digital films a lot more, or 99.9% instead of film. They decided to join the cell phone company and come out with the phone that's a camera and a phone, except it does hologram recording and hologram projecting on the actual screen.
Display, yeah.
So-
Right. And they're supposed to have like modular.
The
add-ons.
modular add-ons you can add, so kind of like the Z2, the Motorola Z2.
Yeah, but it'll all be like camera based. So you probably
Camera
have, like,
based, so you can,
cinema lens.
yeah, you
something
can
crazy.
It's gonna be
Cinema
something
lens,
ridiculous.
yeah.
No, you know what? I think one of the things that they showed is one of the mounts that it will have is for professional lens mounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it attaches just in the back of a plate and a sensor, and that's it. So they're now in the camera game. They're going to be running Android. I don't know which version exactly, but from a couple people who got a chance to review it on a very hush hush, they said it looks amazing as a camera. It has a phone features. It's very block, and, simple phone stuff. Nothing too crazy.
Kind of
It's more for like it's your phone and a camera at the same time. A real camera, not like a camera on your phone.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it better
we'll
be
see.
for what, $1,400?
$1,400 if you're a Red user already, like 16 if you're first time buyer Red.
Yeah, but if you're a Red user, if you didn't buy the new Apple package that came out, you're dropping what, 60K
Talk
for
about
it?
the Apple package.
All right. So what is it? It's not called the Raven.
The Red Raven, the Red
Raven. My
Raven.
bad. All right. So Red just really aiming towards YouTubers. So they teamed up with Apple and they came out with their Raven shoots 8K, right?
No, 4.5.
4.5K. All right, so the Raven shoots 4.5K, and it comes with the atypical YouTuber's lens that I don't have yet, which is the Sigma f1.8 1835 for 14 grand.
14 grand. It comes
And
with
it
that
comes with
card,
battery,
V-Lock
cards.
battery.
Yeah.
Comes in the case, and it comes with the Final Cut. And then
Yeah.
it comes with a very proprietary app that you can download on your phone. You can control your camera from your phone, which retails around $300, but they're going to incorporate it into this kind of
And
package.
this is a nice $1,400.
Which-
I'm sorry, $14,000.
$14,000, yeah.
Let's get to Red.
What kind of YouTubers you think they're aiming for?
Dude, but not
I don't
a
know.
lot
Well,
of
you got, keep in
YouTubers.
mind, you got MKBHD.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's like they're trying to sell
Seven
to
Super
the,
Tramp does.
that's what I'm saying. The
yeah.
upper tier.
People
YouTubers.
are using John Morrison's from
Yeah,
CLT.
but here's the thing though, a lot of YouTubers, they started with these RX 100 Mark IIIs and now they're 4s and now they're shooting on the AS72. So like as they start understanding the concept of cinematography, they too understand, hey, I can afford a bigger camera.
Why
just shoot on a
why
bigger
give
camera?
my viewers
Anything
why not
less.
give them the best
Yeah.
viewing
Get my
capability? If I can
viewership
swing
up?
it.
Yeah, if I can swing it. And the reality is that they can.
Can we say that this is why we're shooting 4K right now?
No, this is because my camera is
Probably
sticks.
go up in 4K.
Are we even gonna go up to? Nah.
Eventually.
Right now, right now.
4K will become the standard
Yeah, 'cause
eventually.
when I get my 6500, all my videos will be 4K. I just
Yeah,
don't
we're,
want to be inconsistent.
Currently,
This
oh
video
my,
is
what are we
4K.
filming on today? We're not filming on my Nikon.
We're filming
we're
on
filming on
a
a Sony
Sony FS5
FS5
Mark II.
No, they haven't made a Mark II. I don't think they're making a Mark II this time around. And we're shooting on an HDR log, which is a new log that just came out about 2 weeks ago.
And a Canon 20.
A 24 to 105, which is the workhorse for a lot of people who've ever shot on Canon or Canon lenses.
Or those who used to have a 5D Mark II.
Yes. I'm a Canon fanboy, but like I said, they too, like Apple, have stopped being innovators and just rolled the bus on everybody else's coattails.
Yep.
Which is hard. You can't be innovators your whole life, but you also just can't do it for 5 years and give up.
We should just leave it there.
Exactly.
All right.
That's exactly what that is.
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville.
Talking about it, we skipping?
I think you know what? I think Charlottesville has been touched upon so many times.
Yeah, but we haven't.
It just needs to be addressed on a bigger, more. I don't even think Congress and President. I think some of the people need to address, and we need to take care of. We need to make the votes. We need to set the laws. Because clearly, people in charge aren't doing the right thing. So it's based on our shoulders, and until we get into that area and venue where we as a nation say, you know what, let's all take a vote. What do we think about this? Mayor, yay. Okay, boom, you got it away. What do you think about this? Yeah or nay? No, okay, boom, get it right. Yes, okay, it's staying. Until we get into that, because honestly, Congress is not really the Congress we think in the Constitution.
I actually
Disagree? I know you do.
no. What? Like a couple of days ago.
We all love V for Vendetta. Go out.
No, damn. No, a couple of days ago, there
Should
was
be afraid of
a.
the government. The government should be afraid of their people.
Oh no, I'm not arguing. That's that's actually why the Constitution was written the way it was.
It was.
No, the interesting thing I wrote a couple of days ago was because everybody was really bugging out about people saying that the alt-right, they were being true patriots and stuff like that. And I actually wrote something. I was like, there's a reason why Captain America punched Hitler in the face. You know, and
The cover of what then?
Captain America #1.
Number 1, first cover.
Yeah.
There's a reason why,
Jaw.
and the reason why I brought that up is like it's very simple. Listen, like in that era, everybody hated Nazis.
Oh yeah, everybody hates Nazis in this era too.
Right, but the problem is that
They
this
like the-
alt right who actually
They like
glorify it.
They like the PC dress it up.
Yeah, but they're saying
But that's only here because we had the conversation
yes,
offline.
and we're gonna bring it up because the thing is that now is like these guys who claim to be patriots are the ones walking around with these Nazi symbols, and I'm like, hold up,
Can't be
the
both.
hypocrisy is too high in this.
Can't be both.
You're literally talking about a symbol that our country fought for.
To eradicate.
To eradicate, and they're saying, nah, that's my patriotism.
It just shows intelligence.
And there is a
Other people
reason,
who are
and that's why I
understanding.
say there is a reason
Yeah.
why Captain America punched Hitler in the
You
face.
see people crying on the what was it, the Vice thing where they had one of them guys
was horrible.
crying. I lost a job.
Yeah, he lost his job because you're trying to like.
Okay, see, this is the thing.
Come on.
This is the thing. I don't feel sorry for anybody losing their job over for what they believe.
If you believe
you do
it.
have freedom of speech. You do have a right to say it.
You have
If
freedom
you
to stay home and
believe
not
in
do
it, roll
anything.
with it.
Look,
Just roll with the consequences that come with it too.
I have this one belief, and I know I might get some flack for this, but I personally believe it's like, listen, I might not agree with you, but I cannot say it's not their right to carry that flag. It's not their right. It is their right to hang it in front of their house, but they have that right, and I have a right to call them an asshole. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Again, that's the thing.
Like,
It's okay to do that, but you have to be
There's
comfortable with the
consequences.
repercussions and consequences
right.
that come along
Because
with
this
it.
is the thing about people need to understand about freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, the way it's written in the Constitution
Break it
is,
down.
it gives you the right to say whatever you want without fear or persecution from the government. It means you will not get arrested for what you say. But-
Can punch you in the fucking
Meanwhile,
face.
your
But-
neighbor.
Your neighbor can punch you in the face. That's
if your neighbor has a right to punch you in the face.
And they still have the freedom and right to
Right.
to
But
happiness.
see, this is
If it makes them happy, to see you on the floor.
See, and this is the thing. Like all these guys are saying that their companies are violating my civil rights because they fired me for what I believe. No, that's not. Because what it is that your freedom of speech protected you from the government. It didn't protect you from the little human resources handbook when you got started working at the corporation, and where there was a code of conduct.
Hate groups.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in the
It's like in
handbook.
90% of the company's handbook.
Yeah.
No affiliation to hate groups. And your dumbass joins a fucking KKK.
Right, and then you
now.
say, hold up, but it was my freedom of speech. No, you lost your job
there
you
because
go.
you didn't follow.
You lost a job
the-
at, was it Top Dog?
I was some slap stupid stuff. And see, follow like just
I
if
can't
all
make hot
look,
dogs.
all you racists, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and all the other assholes who say they're not but they are, read before you even think about doing anything like that, read your employee handbook. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm trying to help you out. Like you guys say. Because I don't want to hear you complaining in the future.
Or crying. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're just gonna laugh at you.
It really was. Like the Twitter handle, yes you're a racist.
Yes, you're racist.
Oh my god.
Their job on Twitter was to find everybody with the tiki torches,
Did you see that one? Omar?
blow them up, find out who they are,
Wait, Omar doesn't know. Omar, you know that?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
and, and blast them on Twitter and say,
This is
hey,
your name.
so-and-so, this is a racist. They
FYI.
work at so-and-so, handle that.
Yeah, it's like, all
And
right.
then Monday email, oh, we didn't know they are no longer working with us, or they'll be terminated by Monday.
And after the remarks that the president was saying,
Oh,
oh wait, no, it got really
even
good.
Worse. I read it like, was it yesterday or today? I'm like, wow.
I watched it live. You should have seen it.
One of the two viewers, 'cause nobody else did.
Oh no, you know what? You should.
I just caught the clip.
You should have watched it live because if you saw the whole thing live, you could literally hear the press get more and more like, "What the f are you saying?" As he kept on because they're trying to help him out here.
He's like,
the
you mean
press
this,
was really
right?
trying to help him out.
The best meme I've seen from his press conferences was he standing at the podium addressing a reporter. And he's got a painting of George Washington behind him with his hand like this, about to slap the shit out of him.
No way.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much. That's
It
pretty much
really
it.
was. And shortly after that, like his business council, like he had.
All the Apple,
Everybody
Bird,
said-
Tesla,
everybody walked
everybody.
out.
Everybody.
We are disbanding.
Hey,
We have nothing to do with you.
after they announced the disbanding, Donald Trump got on Twitter and says,
He did.
"I don't need them no more. We're good. Thank you guys." Like, no, you can't change that. They left first.
Yeah. It
They
makes it seem
quit.
like I fired them.
Yeah,
It's
fired
the-
somebody.
It's the apprentice.
Yo,
You're
Donald
fired.
Trump did the government version of "You can't quit. I fired you." Like, it's like no, they quit. They're
Yeah.
gone. You know, they're not gonna collect benefits. You know, it's just not gonna happen. And that's pretty much the nutshell version. Is you know what? You know, rest in peace to the lady that died. Her family
Yeah.
sucks. You know what I mean? To the guy that did it, you're an asshole. That's the nutshell version of it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Charlotte. If you have any opinions, obviously post them below. We appreciate them.
I want to give a clap to Donald Trump for making his year the best / worst in presidential history.
You know what?
Bro, he's 200 days in. He takes a 17-day vacation. I wish I could have worked with him.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? You mentioning that it's, I keep on saying this. I did not vote for Trump. I do not vote for Trump. I do not stand by Trump. But I think him becoming president is probably one of the best things that ever
I
happened.
said that too. Yeah.
And this is my reasoning behind it, is because not because if he was gonna, I told you this before, if he was gonna die of natural causes before he became president, he would always been remembered. Here's Donald Trump, the reality superstar, the great businessman, and everything like that.
I don't think
That's out the window now.
I don't think business people actually, true business people actually ever thought he was a great businessman.
No, I know.
No. But I'm talking about how the
Perception.
media and everything was gonna
Media,
present
yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
But
Perception.
now, when he dies, they're gonna be like, Donald Trump passed away, the worst president in human
United
history.
States
Fuck that,
history.
human history.
Oh, American. Oh, I'm
Human.
sorry. World history.
I can't think of somebody worse than him.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like,
Okay, Hitler.
he's like,
Hitler was a dictator, very
Stalin
Yeah.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It really was like he became president. He was like, yo, hold my beer. It's like, it was like, how did you possibly do it? And that's basically what it was. You know what I mean? Like, so we'll see exactly what happens. I mean, there's so much new news about it going on even right now.
Yeah,
that,
they took down like 4.
oh yeah, all
Florida.
the other states are like, yo, screw
Oh,
this.
yeah,
We're just gonna
boom.
start taking stuff down. Just taking down.
And Donald Trump is
They're
tweeting.
like, say something.
Oh, he tweeted. He
Today.
said, "Don't tear them down. This is silly.
Yeah,
you're getting rid
you're
of.
altering history.
You're altering history."
Like, dude, like, you can tell he's somebody who did not read the history books.
No.
I mean, yeah, they're historic symbols that need to be taught in American history. But do we need
But we're not melting them now.
Do we need so many statues?
No, see, that's the thing. We're not melting them
But I'm
down.
in the Smithsonian. They're still valuable for
Of
museums.
course, and that's what they're talking about. They're gonna pull those statues down, and they are gonna put them in museums.
Yeah.
They're gonna give them to private
But
collectors
you
who most likely will put them in museums.
Because you
put
gotta
them
keep
in
in
their
mind, they're in
homes or
schools, they're in like
Yeah.
hospitals,
I'm-
they're like in all these
Right.
inappropriate
I am not
places.
saying this is what I'm saying. I am not against keeping the statues and putting them in places where they will have historical and educational significance.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you should not put a statue somewhere where people could go up to and idolize it like it's something great.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there are no Nazi monuments still in Germany.
Germany.
Oh yeah, didn't somebody get punched in the face?
That was
in
that
Germany?
was brilliant.
Somebody's in Germany
doing the
and
Sig
did
Heil.
the Hitler thing
Sig
in
Heil.
Germany.
Yeah.
And somebody
And
cracked him across the face.
A German person.
Said,
It was a German person.
German person said,
It
"We
was
do not
cracked
play
like
that
you
over
don't,
here."
yeah, you're in the
They
wrong
don't
country,
play
brother.
that.
You know, so
They
that's
do
the
not
point.
play that.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the point that needs to be made. It's like, listen, we're not tearing it down to destroy your heritage. We're not tearing it down to destroy history or alter history. We're putting it away so it could be in a more proper setting to educate the masses, not for it to be a place for it to worship for the wrong reasons. That's why they're tearing it down. You get what I'm saying? And taking them away.
Well, of course,
So-
but of course he would have a problem when his dad got caught in Queens KKK rally.
Yeah, of course. And that's the thing. I'm like, it's gonna get worse.
Worse before it gets
But
better.
here's what's gonna make it better. So, for $10 a month, you can go see unlimited movies.
I love that. Yes, MoviePass. Yo, hey, hold up. Yeah,
Thank
we-
you.
It was
Netflix.
It was what 15? How much?
50.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it
50
was
a
something
head.
crazy.
Which actually, if you think about it,
It's still not
50
bad.
is not bad. 'Cause if you go see it
Because
once a
unlimited.
week,
Yeah,
It's
you're
once-
right.
it's like once a week is $14.
But isn't it like? But isn't it?
Once a day.
Once a day.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, you can
still,
go once a day.
dude. If
Yeah.
you go 30 days, if you go conservatively, and you take a calculator and go 14 multiplied by 30 because you watch the movie every day. That would be thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and the funny part is that there are some minor stipulations, like you can't see it in IMAX, you can't see it in 3D.
Which I wouldn't expect it to. If I wanted to see that, I knew that's going to be like a date kind of thing. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to be spending some money on.
At $10,
If I want to watch it in a regular
at
theater.
$10 a person, I'm gonna buy that.
MoviePass.
Yes, MoviePass.com or something like that.
Something like that.
Google it.
Google it.
MoviePass.
MoviePass.
It's a subscription service. You pay $10 a month, and you could see any
Unlimited movies.
You could go to
Once a
movie
day,
theaters.
go see a movie. So yeah.
Exactly. So
It
yeah,
was 50, now it's 10 or 15.
$10.
$10.
Still not bad though, because
No, that's good.
yeah.
At $10, look, like that means for $20, I could see as many movies as I want with my wife, like the entire month. We
And
can catch up on everything.
I actually think this is a good thing for the film industry.
I
I,
think
don't
so.
know why AMC is like complaining about this
Yeah,
because
'cause it'll
now
also
you're gonna have
put
people
more people in the
coming
seats.
back into the theater
Instead of
and
bootlegging.
they might be a day where they decide, you know what, I don't want to see this $10 one. I want to go see an IMAX or 70mm IMAX.
See, but-
I'll pay the extra $50.
No,
Let's do it.
but think about how good is this, right? And let's be honest about it. Going to the
You know what I mean?
movie.
You and a couple people.
No,
days,
but think about this. Going to the movies is expensive, right?
Yeah.
Think about this.
Entertaining is
If I spend $20 a month and I can see any movie I want, I'm gonna have more money in my pocket to get popcorn and soda every single time.
Or
Yeah, it
some
makes a
food.
point.
Or sneak food. Well, yeah, no, but
No,
I
but
would
you make a point.
I
though.
would
You
support
make
the
a point.
establishment.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
support
You
it.
make a
You
point.
will be,
You know what I
you'll be more willing to.
Yes.
Because now that you have more money.
Because
in
now
your
you
pocket.
have.
Now I have more money in my pocket.
Instead of feeling like you got
Yeah,
rate
so-
coming in.
Exactly.
This man, he's a
But that's
thinker.
Throwing out fries.
But that's true,
He's a
because
thinker.
look, think about it. Like, let's say it costs $25 every time you go to a movie theater.
You
Yeah.
somebody else.
Let's say
Fifty
like
sodas.
you said, if we go see one movie a week,
Yeah.
so that's 4 movies. So in 1 week, in 1 month, me and my wife spent $100 just to enter the movie theater.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Now let's say we want popcorn and soda every time. Let's say just one popcorn, one soda. That's $15.
15.
At
easy,
least.
easy. 15.
Okay, so let's say $15. That's another $60. Now let's scratch that. Instead of spending $185, $160 a month on movies, I'm only spending $80. Think about
Because
it.
you're your kid.
Exactly. No, because now I'm only spending $20 a month for me and my wife
MoviePass.
for the movie
Yeah,
pass,
yeah.
and now I'm still spending the $60.
Oh,
The
yeah.
movie theater still makes money.
So much money, yeah. Because honestly, movie theaters
And I
make
have more money to
off-
spend. Now I'm gonna be
Money
like,
spent
sweetheart.
off of concessions.
Yeah,
but
but now I'll be
making off
like,
the movies.
now I'll be like, sweetheart, we have more money to spend. Please get the chicken fingers.
Yeah. And the
Get the
nachos.
nachos.
What?
Just set
Let the
aside.
cheese.
You get cheese with that.
Yeah, we could get cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Special occasion.
Yeah, it's a special occasion. now.
Anniversary.
But that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's good for the movie.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think if
I'm
we
signing
see
up
more
for it.
people in the seats,
I'm signing.
you know, could
Uh,
you add
you
a
signing up
house?
for it? I'm signing up.
Yeah, okay.
Is Disney
I'm signing up for the Disney one.
exempt
I'm
for
not
that?
gonna sign up.
Is Disney exempt for that?
Probably.
Because sometimes they'd be like,
Disney's probably gonna be
I
exempt.
mean, no, I think they'd be fools not to. I think they'd be fools not to go on this. All right, so what else? I think that's it.
I think we're good.
I think we have all
We're good?
topics for
Yeah,
today.
Hour 6.
And oh wow, we did an hour and 6 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We'll wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much for patiently waiting. Thank you for coming to what.
We'll see you next quarter.
Right. Here's the big secret. Okay, we did say
November,
season 2,
December.
episode 1. We did that just because we needed an excuse. But it's season 2, episode 1. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. Please subscribe if you
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
My name is Carlos, alongside
Rod.
and
Omar.
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.